Hello everybody, this is my video number 22 in astrophysics. Well, as you can see, my native language is French, therefore I will try to speak the best English I can. And something else, I am not a translator, but I've produced the best translation I can do with a translator then. And something else, I have to follow a text so that I don't forget important details and I'll make a better video. And for those who find my video without going through my website, let me introduce myself. My name as a self-taught and multidisciplinary scientist is Gilles Lauzon-Urtubise, and I am the owner of the first human multi-intelligence.com site on your left side then. On your left side. Well, as you know, the name of my video is Remoteness from the Moon of about 3.8 to 5 centimeters per year. Well, according to different sources. And why does the moon move away from Earth between 3.8 to somewhere between 3.8 and 5 centimeters per year? Currently, and apart from myself, no one is able to offer any justification for this phenomenon of remoteness of between 3.8 and 5 centimeters per year. As far as I am concerned, and about 3 or 4 years ago, I invented a very logical type of concept, X, that can explain it, and that is the most logical that can be produced until proven otherwise then. Moreover, this type of concept X cannot be discovered by chance by a researcher or a scientist in astrophysics, but the only to produce it is by inventiveness to the production of an invention that represents a type of concept X that can prove by the external effect of the moon's of remoteness from the Earth. And this is among of the multitude of new ideas that I invented, and during my 5 years and 8 months of self-taught study in astrophysics. But only after some logical ideas invented from all of those multitude of ideas that I managed to produce this type of concept X then. However, I cannot reveal it until my pattern for an extraordinary spaceship is duly fielded and protected in all countries of the world. Moreover, this type of concept X has no connection with any form of accommodating magical thoughts like that of the gravitational singularity, which does not exist, and has no connection with any other form of accommodating magical thoughts. As far as I am concerned, there is no way that my extremely high logical mind could be bothered or fooled by any branches of complex mathematics, because mathematics it's a science domain, but astrophysics it's completely some other things. And there's nothing in common between them. And among my 50 and 100 or more theories of my imposing mother theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale, there is none that has any connection to mathematics. And among of the same theories of my imposing model theory of how the universe works. There are none of these that can be characterized as one or more accommodating magical thoughts form then. Because my extremely high physical logical mind, it originates from an insatiable curiosity about nature that started from an age that is 5 or 6 years old or before and until now then. So from a very early age I found myself assimilating a lots of experience of physical cause to physical effect. So I accumulate a lots of relationship between physical cause to physical effect and many other things then. And until I can figure them much as I can. Yes, so, and until I can figure them out as much as I can then. So, well, and all of these things starting by observing the nature of soils, rivers, insects, small animals, and all the things in the nature that takes too long to this. So for several decades, I have managed to accumulate a considerable amount of relationship of physical cause to effect cause in my biological hard drive, which is my mind then, because this is extremely useful afterwards to be able to differentiate the possible things from the impossible things then. And amongst other things, never to be trapped by all kinds of mathematical magical thoughts or any other forms of magical thinking which have nothing in common with physical reality then. And thanks to my extremely high capacity in in-depth investigation, in-depth reflection, in very deep analysis, and in limitless inventiveness, and many other forms of very important intelligence which I used to practice all the time then. So all of these things, they allowed me to be the first and the only one in history to be able to decode how the way of the universe works on a macroscopic scale and in an extreme short time of only 5 years and 8 months. Whereas every other astrophysicist or planetologist before me has been unable to do so for the past 200 years and more. Then. Currently, my 50 and 100 theories or more of my imposing model theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale give me a level of satisfaction that is somewhere between 96% and 98.5%. And I will never be happy with this file until I achieve 100% satisfaction then. And that's the reason I like to tackle at least 3 or 4 extremely complex files or more at a time, who are currently, number 1, my imposing model theory to complete it, number 2, my patterns of 300, which is between 300 and 350 pages for my extraordinary spaceship, and I need to find the funding for finalize the best possible pattern and until it can be 100% protected then. Number 3, an extremely important personal file that must be completed after COVID-19 because it significantly harms my productivity of all kind as well as my physical and intellectual condition, and which I cannot disclose for personal reason, and because I am, and something else, because I am the only one in history who can solve it. Number 4, a dossier to produce a social website or social network, which is the most protective in history for all members of the society. And number 5, many others file in parallel, which are of less importance, but that I absolutely want to solve from the moment I have collaborators of several skills and under my direction. And file that takes too long to list, because I am an extremely powerful intellectual machine and far superior to all human brains, all home computer and all powerful computers together of the planet then. And as indisputable proof of this, one of them, it is my imposing model theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale, and many other things that can prove it too, which I will to publish following my patent filing then. In conclusion of this section of this video, if all the government of the world invest between 1 trillion and 5 trillion or more, or 1,000 billions, and of world invest between 1,000 billions and 5,000 billions or more in every other brains on the planet, they would all or collectively be unable to produce work like the ones I have produced so far in about 7 years and 2 months. Because outside of me, it is only through the development of an artificial intelligence to an extremely high level that such a feat can be achieved. So, yeah. Well, yes, to replace me, it's necessary to, the works I did, it's necessary to develop artificial intelligence from a pretty high level and power computer that can work with that program of artificial intelligence, and on the side produce many groups of 5 or 10 scientists of different skills, which they pass in review all the new ideas that was produced by the powerful computer. So to classify it by percentage, which one is the best one and the other. So between 0 to 25%, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, and 75 to 100 for the top new ideas, which is produced by the program of artificial intelligence of a pretty high level then. In addition, through my self-taught study in astrophysics of 5 years and 8 months, during that time there is no mystery that I have failed to decode or solve. And if there are any mystery to be discovered that I have yet to meet, I sincerely doubt that any mystery of the universe can withstand my very high intellectual power in investigation, reflection, deep analysis, and inventiveness of all kind, plus all of my other and very important intelligence that I practice daily then, or all the time. So, because so far I have always managed to decode or solve all the mystery that I have encountered, and only many few subjects, like this one, the moon, they goes away from the earth. So this is an example where I produce a pretty good satisfactory explanation, and I doubt they could have another one to explain it. So, and which is proved by external effect then. And of all of my theory that go into my imposing modern theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale, there are none of them that can be called a theory of one or more accommodating magical thoughts or mathematical magical thought or any other kind of accommodating magical thoughts then. Because all of my theories are based on one or more relationship of physical cause to physical effect and nothing else then. In conclusion, my intellectual and humanitarian ambition and my responsibility as a multidisciplinary and self-taught scientist and humanist is to advance the knowledge of the humanity. Plus, it's to form a website to protect everyone in society as much as I can, and protect too the environment, to help people to do the best thing to do to save the environment by my website, the same website, because the Earth is the only planet as we have, and to protect too as much as possible all the animals in the nature, because by protecting them we are also protecting us. And for me the term impossible is a term that I will never respect as long as I am sufficiently in good physical, intellectual and mental condition then. So thank you for viewing my video and welcome to my next video, which will reveal my opinion on another complex subject of the universe. So thank you, goodbye.